Have you ever wondered why some exhibitions in museums are a little bit darker than when you go into public spaces? Well, that's because the spectrum of visible light, so the light that we can see, actually causes irreparable damage to the museum's collection. So objects that have paint or dyes or are made of natural materials such as feathers or taxidermy are actually more susceptible to visible light damage than inorganic objects such as metals or stone or ceramics. So when you go into those museum spaces, they are darker because of conservators such as myself, who use a tool such as a light meter. So we can determine with this little fancy tool the amount of visible light that an object can have over a period of time. When you go up to those exhibitions as well, sometimes they might magically light up and then go dark again. That's because the amount of time that they can receive that light is only so much so that we can preserve and make those objects last longer. One of the objects that I actually have in the lab right now, which is receiving conservation treatment, is a silk embroidered screen. This is a really great example of irreparable light damage over a 100-year period because this is from 1920. In the lower part of the screen, you'll notice that it's a much more vibrant, less shattery looking blue color. So this is close to the original color that we have. As you move up along the screen, you'll notice that the color changes to sort of brown, dark purple pigmentation, and that's because the dye has actually been lost from light damage. So this lower half might have been covered by a chair or a desk, and the upper half was exposed to light damage. Now, the other half of this is the spectrum of light that we cannot see, so UV and infrared light, and that can cause chemical breakdown. And you'll notice that the silk has begun to shatter or has actually areas of losses. And this is caused by that spectrum of light, and it accelerates it really, really quickly. Unfortunately, there's no toolkit in my conservator's workbench that will magically make this come back together. So we try to mitigate those by bringing those light levels down. And this is something similar that you can use in your own home. If you have things like paintings or watercolors or textiles that you really want to last for a long time, we recommend storing them away from windows or light sources from above, and you can make those treasures last for much longer.